welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I explained the poem The Cold Within written by James Patrick Kinney. I explained the poem both in English and in Hindi. Today the poem which I am going to explain is The Bangle Sellers, which has been written by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was called the Nightingale of India by Mahatma Gandhi because of her color, imagery and lyrical quality of her poetry. She was also the first Indian woman to become the governor of an Indian state. She was also a very active member in the Indian independence movement alongside Gandhiji. She was born on February 13, 1879 and she passed away at the age of 70 on 2nd March 1949, just 2 years after the Indian independence. Her birthday is celebrated as Women's Day to recognize the powerful voices of women in Indian society. Sarojini Naidu was called the Nightingale of India by Mahatma Gandhi because of her color, imagery and lyrical quality of her poetry. The Bangle Sellers is a fine example of her musical verse. The poem is the song of the men who sell glass bangles at village fairs and in temple towns. The different colored bangles symbolize the different stages in a woman's life as a young maiden, a bride, as a middle-aged matron, and as an older woman. Listen carefully to the music of the poem as you read it aloud. Look for the different colors of the glass bangles and see how well they are suited to the stage in the woman's life. Sarojini Naidu was an important presence in the freedom struggle and worked alongside Gandhiji. Her birthday is celebrated as Women's Day to recognize the powerful voices of women in India's history. Sarojini Naidu was one of the gems in the 20th century India. She contributed a lot to politics and struggled a lot to obtain freedom for India through her determination, confidence, discipline, trust and punctuality. There is a very famous line that has been said by Sarojini Naidu, which I am going to quote next. एक देश की महानता प्रेम और बलिदान के अपने आदर्शों में निहित है, जो आगे बढ़ने के लिए प्रेरित करती है. Let us move on to the stanza-wise explanation of the poem. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives? Shining loads means different colored bangles. Lustrous means glittery or shimmery. Token means gift. And radiant means bright. The poem begins with the speakers introducing themselves as bangle sellers who sell their articles at the temple fair. They call out to the people to buy their bangles. These hawkers describe their bangles as delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light. They advertise by questioning who will buy these bangles for their daughters and wives. It is important to note here that though the speakers of the poem are several, it appears as if there is a single speaker. This is due to the fact that they have all the same purpose and are thus seen singularly as a class essence. Also, the bangles here are called lustrous tokens of radiant lives. It shows us the Indianness of the poem, where bangles are bought on special occasions and are associated with happiness and prosperity. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of the newborn leaves. Meet means fit or suitable. Wrist means kalai. Mist means small drops of water. Flushed means in large amount. Tranquil means lonely. Brow means top part of a hill. Woodland means land that has a lot of trees. Stream means a small river. A glow means shining with warmth or happiness. Cleaves means splitting. Limpid means clear. And glory means great beauty. The second stanza onward, the speakers talk of the kinds of bangles they have. Some of these bangles are suited for a maiden's, that is, a young unmarried woman's wrist. They are silver and blue in color like the mountain mist. Some of them are flushed, that is, pink and light red in color like flower buds growing beside a woodland stream. Still, others are green and glowing like the transparent beauty of a newborn leaves. In Indian society, bangles have an important culture and religious place. Different colored bangles are worn by women in different stages of life. Blue, silver, and green are generally worn by young maidens. It is interesting to note that the poet here uses the words flushed like the buds that dream. The word buds here is suggestive of chastity. Buds that dreams present before us an image of young girls dreaming of marriage. In this stanza, the poet presents the stage of youth in a woman's life. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Sunlit means direct light of the sun. Corn means अनाज वाला पौधा जैसे गेहूँ, जौ, मक्का आदि. Meet means suitable. Flame means burning, jwala. Hue means color. Desire means mansha. Tinkling means high ringing sound like that of a bell. Luminous means glow, and tender means nazuk. In the third stanza, the bangle sellers say that some of their bangles are yellow like fields of sunlit corn. Bangles of this color are perfect for a bride on her bridal morn. Some of these bangles are bright red. They represent the flame of a newly turned bride's marriage fire, that is, the passion of her newly made relation. The red bangles also stand for her heart's desire. The bangles are tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear. They express both her joy of starting a new life with her husband and the sorrow of leaving her parents behind. What we find striking is the use of words bridal laughter and bridal tears. These words convey the whole of a woman's transition in life from a maiden to a wife and all the emotions attached with it in a single line. This stanza marks the transition of life from a maiden to a wife. Bridal laughter refers to the happiness and blissfulness of a bride while she is getting married. Bridal tears is suggestive of the sadness that accompanies a bride while she is leaving her parents behind. Some are purple and gold-flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. Gold flecked grey means sprinkling of gold color on grey color. Grey symbolizes of maturity. Blessed means blessed, and cradled means brought up. In the final stanza of the poem, the bangle sellers, the speakers continue to advertise their bangles. They shout that some of their bangles are purple and gold flecked grey. These are suited for a middle-aged woman who has journeyed through life. They are for her who has raised her children well and has remained faithful to her husband and family. These bangles are, they say, perfect for she who has maintained her household with pride and worships the gods at her husband's side. In this stanza, the poet writes down what she perceives as the qualities of a good wife. Such a woman is truly deserving of the purple and gold flecked grey bangles in her eyes. Here we should pay attention to the word sons used to mean offspring. While it could be a happy coincidence, it could also suggest the ingrained attitude of the male preference in the society of Sarojini Naidu's times. The poem The Bangle Sellers is a celebration of the female life. It shows us the various stages in a woman's life and attempts to represent the Indian culture and the role of bangle sellers in the traditional setup. इस कविता के माध्यम से हमें यह पता चलता है कि चूड़ियाँ भारतीय महिलाओं के लिए कितना महत्वपूर्ण है। भले ही वह एक छोटी बच्ची हो या एक कंवारी लड़की हो या एक शादीशुदा लड़की हो या एक ऐसी स्त्री हो जिसने अपनी पूरी ज़िंदगी, अपनी पूरा जीवन अपने घर, अपने परिवार, अपने बच्चों की देखभाल करने में निकाल दी हो, या एक बूढ़ी महिला हो, सभी चूड़ियाँ पहनना पसंद करते हैं। चूड़ियाँ भारतीय स्त्री के 16 श्रृंगार का एक हिस्सा है। दुल्हन एवं विवाहित स्त्रियों के लिए चूड़ियाँ पहनना अनिवार्य है एवं वे कांच, सोने व अन्य धातुओं से बनी चूड़ियों को पहनती हैं। महिलाएं अपने पति की लंबी आयु के लिए भी चूड़ियाँ पहनती हैं। इन्हें वह अपने भाग्य व समृद्धि का प्रतीक मानती हैं। This video was intended for the students of class 9th and 10th. I hope this video was useful. In the next video, I'll be explaining you the next poem, which is After Blenheim, written by Robert Southey. Until then, I want all of you to make notes and understand the explanation vividly and thoroughly. Thank you for watching the video.